Hey, today we're going to see what shapes bones come in. Fire away! Let's start with long bones. Long bones are bones with one single cavity containing bone marrow. They're pretty much hollow on the inside, but instead of air, they're filled with bone marrow. A really good example of this is the thigh bone, or femur. The Latin term for it is os femoris, and it's the strongest of the long bones. The other long bones are also found in the extremities, in the arms and hands, as well as in the legs and feet. Another example would be the humerus in the upper arm. So, what distinguishes long bones from the rest? Long bones have two ends and a long shaft. The end of the bone is also called the epiphysis, and the shaft is the diaphysis. Sometimes there might be a couple of other things going on at the end of the bone. For example, a kind of knob for muscles to attach to. For the shaft, what's important is that there's one single bone marrow cavity. Now let's take a deep breath. Next are the flat bones. These are broad, plate-like bones. So they cover a larger area, but they're not as thick. These are the kind of bones found in the skull, for example, or the shoulder blade, or the scapula. Flat bones are made up of layers of compact bone with spongy bone in the middle. Flat bones are good at protecting internal organs. I mean, it's fortunate that our skulls do such a great job at protecting our brains. Some flat bones also provide extra room for muscles to attach to. That's the case for the shoulder blades, for example. Next are the short bones. Short bones are square or round in shape. They look like little cubes or little cylinders. Short bones include carpals in the wrist, 8 per hand, and tarsals in the foot. The next bone is really special, the sesamoid bone. A sesamoid bone is a small bone embedded in a tendon. The largest and most famous of these is the sesamoid bone of the kneecap. A sesamoid bone provides extra separation from neighboring bones and gives tendons greater leverage. This means less force is required to move the bone connecting to the tendon. Sesamoid bones also help to protect tendons. So, what you should remember about sesamoid bones is that they're small and are uniquely shaped for transmitting force. Next come the air-filled bones. These bones have cavities filled with mucous membranes. Humans have very few of these, all of which are in the skull. The paranasal sinuses, for example. The purpose of these is not all that apparent. For example, birds have tons of hollow spaces in their bones, reducing their weight. In the human skull, the weight reduction resulting from hollow spaces is only about 2%. Still, it's nice to know, and it's not an unimportant bone type. Last but not least are the irregular bones. These come in a variety of different shapes and can't be grouped in any particular way. An example would be the lower jaw, or mandible. So, looks like we're done. Just remember the following. Bone types. Long bones, like the thigh bone. Flat bones, like the shoulder blade. Short bones, like the wrist bones. Sesamoid bones, like the kneecap. Air-filled bones, in the human, the skull, like the paranasal sinuses. Irregular bones, like the lower jaw. And here's another overview of the whole thing. Remember this, and you've got it. That's it! Have fun with our other biology videos, or treat yourself to math or physics while you're at it. Adios, and see you soon!